do with him that I have to change up my routine every few minutes just to keep him entertained, keep his energies going forward instead of getting bored and starting to make mischief like he began to yesterday. So I'm really tickled with the progress we're making. And I think, you know, pretty soon after we get a little better guiding and so forth, we will get him out of there and play with the guys out there. I'm going to try to challenge those young bucks from Canada and Georgia to quit picking on Jordan down there. And I'm going to come out there and clean their clock here in a few minutes because they're showing off down there, I can tell. So we got to get the hometown boy a little bit of help over here in the crowd, okay? Some crowd appeal. So come on. Anyway, so you know, the thoroughbred is a especially good athlete, but he's also usually a pretty tough training challenge because they're just so naturally energetic and they want to keep moving. And sometimes you just got to go with things and kind of follow your instincts. So yesterday I was trying to spend a lot of time blocking him and stopping him and kind of getting a normal, traditional respect on the ground approach. It didn't work very well for me, so I shifted gears and I'm just sort of working with that motion now. I'm projecting it, making sure that it's helping me instead of hurting me. We're going to try to get him to a canter inside the round pen before we go out so that we can experiment with what he feels like when he breaks into that canter under saddle. And I think he's enjoying this, which is always a good sign. The right brain introvert hates it, gets upset, starts to load up energy and shut down. But these extroverts, if you keep them moving, keep their feet moving, keep them entertained, they're a much healthier experiment. So we're really tickled. And tell you what, he's real soft. So I've got a side pull on him. I'm double reining him a little bit with my training halter. Gives me a couple different points on him, but I'm really trying to be soft and see if I can get him to understand my leg cues already. We're going to sit here and sniff on this, and I'll bet you he'll bite it and want to pick up this barrel a little bit. He took my water bucket a little while ago and picked it up in his mouth and threw it around. He wants to make sure he shows that he's still got a little get up and go in this partnership. Yeah? Okay. Can we back?
About 5 minutes, bros. 5 minutes.
All right. Can we back? So we're going to go out there in the obstacle course and we're going to back 3 steps. What do you think? Think he can do that? All right. We got to go in both leads, so we're going to see if we can start working. These round pins are a little smaller than I like, and mine is oblong. I just realized, so we'll see how that works. Maybe we can get some luck here on the canter. He's got this right side thing that I've been watching. It'll be interesting to see if we try to canter him in the right side, whether he really gets spooky about it. Come on, you can do it. Come on, let's show him. You can do it, come on. Come on. Yeah, come on. This horse is going to be one heck of an athlete if you're ever yet an adventure, jumper. Good, baby. Good, good boy. We're also going to try to put a stop on him at a little bit of a trot or a canter, so I'm going to use the rail at the risk of getting penalized. I'm going to do a one-hand stop move right into that rail and then turn him back. And pretty soon any one-handed pressure handled the right way will stop him. This is what we do with reining horses, is do a lot of wall work. And if we can get him understanding that my hands going in here is kind of something that's going to change direction, then we're going to get a good stop. Let's see what this right side looks like. I'm going to keep his head up. There's 2 ways to survive Colt Starting and 2 ways to die. One is to keep their head up and bent, and the latter is to let them get their head down and straight. If you've got a hold of their face and they're soft, and you remember me working on the lateral flexion, then I can always save myself here most of the time. All right? Come on. Go, baby. Good. All right. So no big explosion. A lot of times horses have a little mental threshold between trot and canter, and that's why we want to get them cantering early, because they get a little spooked when they feel things banging around at the canter. And then once we get them having fun with it, we can get them to start at a canter from a stop and really enjoy that pace. Good? I'm getting invaded here by the Canadians. I'm trying to look at my secret techniques. How we doing, boy? Oh, left side ready to...
Bruce, you still have 2 minutes, but folks, I want to tell you something. You know, if you hear how he's breathing, breathing a little harder while he's working this, I'm going to tell you this, that first of all, these guys are all in great shape, but that is the difference between riding a horse and sitting on a horse. All right, so again, if you hear as Bruce is a little winded, he's in great shape, trust me, but he is working that horse with his hips and everything he's got. So Bruce, I'll let you finish your last minute and a half there, but awesome job, buddy.
Thank you. We finished?
You got about another minute if you got something bright to say now.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you very well. Okay. So we see we've got the canter going. We're now working on transitions. Transitions are also a good way to keep a horse's mind healthy while they're learning something new, which is some switchbacks, moving from walk to trot to canter, backing up. Transitions occupy their mind and energies, and a horse like this, an extrovert, loves to play and get something new going. I jumped him yesterday. If you get a horse that's really freezing up on you and is really sort of introverted, jumping them or climbing them or getting them up on a log or something will really break loose that energy, get their feet moving, and get them having a little bit of a more positive experience. So anyway, we're pleased with this. I want to make sure I've got some forward go, and I want to make sure I can start to be subtle about some turning. So in a minute, we'll work a little bit more before we come out on some of the cues and maybe a little more leg control. I'm going to use my stirrups in a minute to see if I can put a little revert, back end leg on him on the ground so you can see what I'm doing there. But I'll tell you what, this horse is one smart, beautiful, athletic dude. He's going to make a great one if he's handled correctly.
All right, bros, that is going to be your time, ladies and gentlemen. Again, in arena, round ring number 1, Bros McVeigh from Carmel, Indiana, and the thoroughbred Gelding Bourbon. Well, the young